Our next guest is a South Bend native. She was a four-time All-American while at Notre Dame and helped lead the Lady Fighting Irishes to 3 consecutive Final Four appearances. She ranks first in program history in scoring and is the only player in Notre Dame basketball history, both in women's and men's basketball programs, to register 2,000 points, 500 rebounds, 500 assists, and 300 steals. Skylar Diggins, a local hero. Thanks for joining us tonight. Welcome to Notre Dame Day.
Yes, and I am so happy to be here. What's going on, my friend? What's going on out there?
You know, you and I go way back. I remember when you were being recruited as a senior in high school, and then all of a sudden you end up here for 4 years. But your dad was your coach. When did you know you had this love for basketball?
Oh, man, ever since growing up, you know, my dad, the director of Recreational Center in South Bend, Indiana, called the Martin Luther King Jr. Center. He's been coaching all his life and really been around children all his life. So, you know, he made sure he got me started. My dad got me started playing, and, you know, my daddy Mo was my coach in high school. And, but through AAU, I think I was in the 8th grade. I was 14 years old, and Coach Muffin McGraw offered me a scholarship to Notre Dame.
In the 8th grade.
And that's one of my in the eighth grade. You know, skinny little scrawny kid.
Right.
And hadn't played a lick of high school basketball, but had the perfect university in my backyard, and you know the rest is history.
Well, let's go back to that time you were at Washington High School, and even before that, Notre Dame had a national championship team under Muffin McGraw. Niele Ivey was that guard. Ruth Riley was that center. Watching those play when you were a youngster, did that make an impact on you and what you could do at Notre Dame?
Absolutely, and just having accessibility to such a predominant women's basketball program with such a Hall of Fame coaches, Hall of Fame coaches to be with Coquise Washington, Kevin McGuff. But just having the opportunity to watch players like Niele Ivey and her tenacity and her heart and her leadership and her love for the game just shine through. And, you know, Ruth Riley, one of the most dominant players, post players to ever pick up a basketball, you know, to have people like that right in your backyard and right, you know, just down the street, you know, it was a luxury.
I know your first year at Tulsa was a rough one. And now all of a sudden you're being traded and you're going to be playing in the WNBA in a new city, Dallas, Texas. And when you look at that experience, I understand the WNBA, but why no Europe in the offseason?
Well, I didn't get traded, but our team got moved rather from relocated from Tulsa to Dallas. So there's no longer a professional women's basketball team in Tulsa, and there is now the first professional women's basketball team, or the first one in Dallas. So, you know, proud to be a part of that, and I'm definitely happy to be here and get the 20th year of the WNBA started for sure. But for me, off season, you know, coming in as a rookie, having came off, you know, Final Four play, and just really everything was going at 100 miles an hour, and I was still taking finals during when I was playing in the WNBA. I was still taking finals for college, and traveling back and forth to even go to my graduation. So it was just a lot, and then having to play a full rookie season. I just thought my body needed some rest, and I also thought I needed to stay and sharpen up some of my skills at home and really hone into some of the things I thought was important for me to be a successful guard in this league.
Well, I know this for a fact. You came to Notre Dame for another reason. You are very intelligent. You are very concerned about what's going on in this world today. And when I look at you, I can see you at the age of maybe 40 when you retired from the WNBA, that you're going to be a difference maker and get involved with issues that need to be addressed for young people especially to make a difference in the game of life.
I think it's so important. I appreciate you saying that. I really, really do. And I take that to heart, Digger. I really do. And I think that it's so important for us, professional athletes or what have you, or just people with a platform to use it in a positive way. And, you know, I'm all about that. And that just comes from, you know, my grassroots at home in South Bend, Indiana. And my grandmother and my mom and, you know, my dad and my daddy Mo just had a great family. And I'm just blessed, Digger. What can I say? And I'm just I'm just blessed to be where I'm at, and I'm just happy. And Notre Dame is such a big part of my life. South Bend, Indiana is as well, and definitely home is where my heart is.
Well, I know Father Hesburgh was always very proud of you being a student athlete from town coming to Notre Dame. So you in the game of life are going to be big winners. But I want to thank you for being a part of this. Wish you well in your new move to Dallas. But for now, you have a good summer. And I'm going to throw it back to Ann Thompson, who is in the studio with a very special young woman.